This is still one of the biggest market surprises of this year because, say, 6 months ago, if you spoke to an analyst and you said the Strait of Hormuz is completely closed or partially closed, people would have said, well, clearly oil should be costing $150 or $200 per barrel. Somehow, we have not seen prices not even at $150 per barrel. And there is a number of factors behind it. The biggest surprise was, of course, how quickly China adapted. So China is the world's biggest consumer. It's buying a huge amount of oil, like 50%, and China refines it, uses domestically, but also is exporting some of their fuels. At some point, China decided, we don't want to do this. We will import crude to consume domestically, but we will not be serving export market. So that immediately reduced Chinese demand by 2 to 3 million barrels per day. But what was even a bigger shocker is that how quickly Chinese citizen adapted to the crisis by simply going electric. And as a result, the Chinese imports of crude fell by a huge number, by 5 million barrels per day. That's 5% of global demand. And on top of that, the United States kept on increasing oil production and released a lot of reserve from strategic stocks. However, the disruption itself is much bigger. What was flowing through Hormuz before the crisis was 17 million barrels per day of crude, 17% of global demand. Saudi Arabia has managed to reroute some oil from the Gulf to the Red Sea. That probably reduced the disruption from 17 to 12, but it's still huge. And a lot of analysts believe that part of this is not really what we are observing in physical balances of crude, but the psychological impact from Trump. And as a result, the oil bulls got tired of actually being constantly burned, and they've chosen to exit their position. And as a result, the oil market has become very illiquid.